Hi there everyone, so I'm in school today, just preparing your activity for Thursday. In school today we worked on the captions and pictures activity, so I've got 4 captions and pictures here that we created using our mind map from the previous day. Okay, what I'm going to do today is we're going to develop one of these captions into a longer piece of writing. So I'm going to choose this one here. Now this is about what the hummingbirds like to eat, as you can see. So it says, nectar and bugs are their favourite thing to eat. Now we actually know a little bit more about that than just that simple sentence. So I'm going to try and develop that into a longer, more interesting piece of writing. So for a start, the reason that they need to eat nectar and bugs is to keep up their energy after their long journey. So I'm going to add a few more details around this just to help me. So needed after long journey. The nectar we know is found in flowers, but other people might not know that, so that might be interesting to explain to them. And we also know from our story that the nectar and bugs are actually provided by people, so people help to feed the birds. So using those ideas, I'm going to develop this into a longer piece of writing. Okay, now I've actually already done that. So I'll show you how I turned this simple sentence into a longer piece of writing. Okay, so hummingbirds are very hungry after their long flight. They like to eat nectar from flowers and insects too. Their long, thin beaks can reach the sweet and sticky nectar which is in between the petals of the flower. People like to help the hummingbirds by leaving out nectar feeders and bug dispensers. So you can see that I've added some more information to make that a more developed piece of writing. Okay, so I've done things like talked about their thin beaks, and I've described the nectar as sweet and sticky. I've also explained which is in between the petals of the flowers, so people can understand then a little bit more about how the thin beaks reach inside the flowers. Remember, in class I brought some lilies in to show you so that we could imagine the hummingbirds feeding from the nectar inside the petals. We also talked about how people like to help the hummingbirds, and we've got some pictures in that non-fiction book of people leaving out nectar feeders and bug dispensers. So, a little bit more of a challenge today because I'm asking you to write a little bit of a longer piece of writing. Really concentrate on using your descriptions, so long, thin beaks, sweet and sticky nectar, just words that I've used to describe nouns, things, that make it a bit more interesting to read. Okay, so see if you can think back to one of your captions and pictures from your work today, and see if you can develop one of those ideas into a longer piece of writing. Might take you a little bit longer, but I promise you it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be great to see what you come up with.